Today, I want to talk to you about being more confident and some of the main ingredients to having the confidence and being more confident in your life. I have a lot of people that say that I would like to work on being more confident or having more confidence. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when I hear people saying this is that I know that there are some areas of your life where you are very confident, and there's other areas that you have a little bit less confidence in those areas. So, I think it's important to make the distinction of whether you're generally a confident person or are there certain areas in your life that you need to improve the level of confidence that you have concerning those things. And when we take a deeper dive into distinguishing the two in your life, in your specific situation, I think that it's very important to take a look at your belief system, okay? So ask yourself, what is your basic beliefs? Your basic beliefs around that particular thing that you're finding yourself struggling with confidence in. A lot of times, the things that we struggle with, such as finances or relationships or our career in general, are based off of beliefs and a belief system that we develop from past experiences or that we develop from people in our past, such as our mothers and fathers and anyone that you would lend an ear to. And this basically formed the way that you think and the system that forms your beliefs. You can see the way that your belief system plays out in all different types of relationships. Generally, when we think of relationships, we usually think between a man and a woman or, in a romantic way or in business as well. But let's look at relationships as the way in which two or more concepts, objects, or people are connected or the state of being connected, right? So when we look at this, we are thinking, okay, this relationship can be with another person, or it can be with money, or it could be about the way that you see yourself, or it could be the way that you view cars or houses or owning real estate or even working a job. So let's look at it more as concepts and thoughts that you develop when it comes to relationships and the state of being connected to these things. All right. So this is when you truly think about the things that are challenging to you and you ask yourself, what belief do I have around this particular thing? Okay. Get super clear on that. I think that's the start to having confidence. All right. The next question you want to ask yourself and the next main ingredient to developing confidence is what's the basis of your beliefs? Once you know where the belief came from, now ask yourself, what's the basis of these beliefs? All right. So these could be positive beliefs or they could be what are perceived to be negative beliefs. But there's somewhere that you develop the thoughts and the concepts that you have of this particular thing, especially something that's challenging in your life at the moment. So this is when you ask yourself, okay, when I look at the areas that I struggle in, what's the basis of these beliefs? Where exactly did I get these thoughts from? Where exactly did I get these beliefs from? And if you take a closer look at that, ask yourself, for example, if it did come from a parent or someone that one of your mentors in some type of way. This is when you ask yourself, this particular belief or thought that I got from someone else, whether it was observation of that person or whether it was them actually teaching me and molding me in a certain way, how is this belief working for them? Is this something that is serving them well? Is this something that is allowing them to have whatever it is that you are looking for in life. For example, if you are adapting certain beliefs and thoughts and you're basing those off of the observation of a relationship that your parents had, now, if that relationship was a good relationship or what you would consider a good relationship and it has attributes that you would like to have in your life, such as love and peace and collaboration and what you would consider to be a successful relationship, then take the basis of those beliefs, and that may be something that you want to apply to your life. However, if your observation was something that caused you to believe that relationships never work out, you've never seen two people be totally faithful to each other, whether you're the female or the male in the situation. And, well, for example, if you're a female in the situation and you're saying, I've never seen a man that is totally faithful and loyal to his wife, and you base that off of the fact of your observation of all different types of relationships, including the relationships that you've seen your parents have, where there was infidelity or something that became the basis of your belief of men always cheat. Well, this may be facts of things that you've seen in your life and things that you've observed in your life. And although there may be some wisdom in the way that you apply these things to your life, if your general belief system develops from that all men will cheat and no relationships will work out, then that's probably what you're going to get in your life. Well, that is what you're actually creating in your life based off of the belief system that you develop from that. Okay. Now, I believe in polarity. I believe in the fact that there's something good that you could take away from the situation, as well as there's something that you perceive as being bad or negative that you have taken away from the situation up until this point. All right. So, an example of something that could be good taken away from this is that you understand that relationships take work. You understand that when you have someone in your life that never showed you any signs of being unfaithful. In fact, they have showed you nothing but signs of being faithful towards you, then that may be something that you want to pull closer to, if that is what you truly want in your life, rather than the negative beliefs that you've been holding on from your past situations. I'll be honest with you. I've experienced my fair share of relationships that didn't work out, and I've also observed my fair share of relationships that didn't work out for other people as well. In fact, I was so used to seeing relationships that weren't peaceful and didn't run smooth and were loving and kind relationships to where when I met my wife, who I believe was somebody totally different from what I had experienced in my past, it was hard for me to understand that this person could actually care for me, this person could actually love me, this person would actually be there for me when they didn't care enough to fight for me or fight with me or be passionate enough about anything to really have an in-depth conversation that may get heated at times. That was my thought system, that if a person didn't fight with you sometimes, you never knew who they really were. Or if they weren't passionate about some things, or maybe even a little bit jealous about some things, then they must really didn't care about you the way that you thought they did. Well, that was a belief system I had based off of my relationships, based off of my observation of relationships, but that was totally not true. Okay. That was a fallacy that I had. That was a negative belief I had. That was an obstacle I had in my life that I believe prevented me from being confident about giving my all in relationship. Again, look at the areas that you're struggling to have confidence in and ask yourself, what's your basic belief and what's the basis of your beliefs? Okay, the next ingredient to having confidence is to ask yourself this important question. How do you see yourself in that belief system? Do you see yourself in a powerful way, or do you see yourself in a way that causes you to be less confident? This is where you have to ask yourself, is this belief serving me in a and powerful way? Right? Any belief that you have that causes you to feel less confident about whatever it is that you have going on in your life, this is a belief that's not serving you well. This is a belief that actually needs to be replaced or reframed in some way. In fact, if I were to say that there's a main ingredient to confidence, I would say this is the step that reveals that ingredient for you. Okay. I would say this is about your personal identity. And a lot of times when we think of confidence or even the lack of confidence, it really isn't confidence that we're talking about. It's really more about your self esteem. You see, a lot of times we interchange self esteem with confidence, but you can be confident in a situation because of a lot of different things. That goes back to the basis of your belief. For example, in a positive way, let's just say that you're a religious person. It could be based off of scripture that you have confidence. It could have nothing to do with who you truly are or your ability to do something, but you're looking at what the scriptures say or what the promises say in the Bible of how about how things are going to turn out in this situation. So your basis of your belief are based off of biblical promises, biblical scripture, what you believe to be the truth in your life, and therefore it must be. It has nothing really to do with your natural ability, but rather than the basis of your belief. Now, on the other side, when it comes to self esteem, this is more about how you see yourself or how you value yourself, right? So, if you see yourself in a way that focuses on negative potential outcomes, if you see yourself not winning, if you see yourself in relationships that are never going to work out, if you see yourself never having the finances that you want in your life, if you see yourself never being able to own the vehicle that you want, if you see yourself never being able to pay off your bills, then the problem isn't confidence. The problem is self esteem. So we have to shift the way that we actually see ourselves. Now, for most of us, well, I would say for all of us, the way that we see ourselves is based off of past experiences, also those thoughts and that belief system that we have developed. And we're taking those past thoughts, we're taking those past experiences, and we're playing them on a screen as if they're today's actions and they're today's reality when they're not. You have an opportunity to take any situation in your life and reframe it in a way that's going to work for you, that's going to allow you to be more confident about your present, more optimistic about your future, and change everything about the way that you see yourself in that process. Okay. So, in this step, you want to see yourself in the most powerful, purposeful, and peaceful way possible in every situation. This is about valuing yourself. This is about having your confidence and your self esteem in alignment to accomplish whatever it is that you truly desire in your life. So, now, if we were to tie in our belief system, our identity, our confidence, and our self esteem, and we pull all of this in alignment, and we want to ask ourselves, who are we regardless of what's going on around us? All right. So this is how you're able to tie in that confidence and your identity and the self-esteem all in one is by asking yourself this question, who am I regardless of what's going on around me? Right? By doing this, you're able to take a closer look at when the confidence that you have may go down, when the self-esteem go down in your life, and how can I pull all of this in alignment to have a relationship that is going to work for me? And how can I take all of these concepts, objects, people, and connect them in a way that changes my relationship with confidence? So let's break this down to 3 points, all right? Ask yourself, who are you when things are going well? Do you feel that feeling of confidence when things are going well? Or even during the midst of things going well, do you feel like at any minute things are going to fall apart? This is a very important question to ask yourself, right? Next, who are you when things are challenging? Does this give you an opportunity to step up to the plate and give your all? You know, some people actually thrive when everyone in the world around them tell them that they can't do something or they're expecting them to fail. At that moment, that's when something clicks in their mind. That's when they are triggered to give their best, to make sure that they don't fail, to make sure that they don't give people around them the satisfaction of saying that they knew that they couldn't do it. While others face crisis or very challenging situations and they feel completely hopeless, and that causes them to have anxiety of different sorts, and they do absolutely nothing to make that situation better. Again, this is all based off of your belief system. So that's why you ask yourself these important questions so you can see where your belief system is at different times in your life, right? So the next question is, who will you have to be in terms of confidence and self-esteem to have the dream life that you desire in your heart? Once you get clear on this and eliminate all the things that you know that goes against being the confident person that you need to be in order to have this life, then you just do it. So you can't change the fact of the things that you've experienced. You can't change the facts of the things that you observed in life. But if you want to truly shift your beliefs, The way to shift your beliefs is shift the way that you see yourself in that belief system. Okay? Understand that nothing else has to change. Just the way that you see yourself, just the things that you believe about yourself, and just the way that you see the world around you and the world that you're creating for yourself. So I would say to you, the main ingredient to confidence is to shift the way that you see yourself in your belief system. Okay? Even if you're not in 100% of an agreement with yourself that you are this person that you dream to be. Above, we took a look at who you would have to be in order to create that confidence and self esteem. I want you to pretend that you're this person. I want you to just play a game of just seeing yourself in the most powerful way in every situation and circumstance in your life. Okay. So look at the things that are truly challenging in your life and just see yourself in the most peaceful, powerful, and purposeful way that you can in this situation and in this challenge while you're facing it. Okay. I want you to take time and visualize yourself winning in this situation. I want you to take time before you go to bed at night while you're laying in bed. I want you to just visualize your next day being that peaceful and powerful and purposeful person with whatever challenge you may have going on. However, you see yourself, however, you dream of yourself being in that situation, whatever it is that you truly desire in your life, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's an interview or a tryout or audition you may have the next day, see yourself winning in that situation. When you walk into that room, you're not doing it for the first time. You should have the confidence of seeing yourself doing it over and over. By the time you step in that room, you've done it hundreds of times because you've seen yourself winning over and over in your mind before you even got there. Because when you don't have confidence, the truth of the matter is you've seen yourself losing in that situation hundreds of times over and over again. So now I want you to change that belief system. I want you to change the way that you see yourself. I want you to walk into that room with confidence because you have already visualized yourself winning in this situation, okay? You've already understood who it is that you need to be when that time comes because you've already done it in your mind. You've already established it in your heart. And now those have become the new beliefs that you have that will empower you to have the confidence and self esteem to win. So, again, let's do a quick recap here of some of the main ingredients to restoring your confidence. Ask yourself, what are your basic beliefs? What's the basis of your beliefs? How do you see yourself in that belief? Then reframe those beliefs in a way that will serve you more peaceful, powerful, and purposeful than you ever imagined before. Next, ask yourself, who are you regardless of what's going on around you? By asking yourself these powerful questions, it would allow you to see where it is that you desire to be in terms of confidence in your life, what's been getting in the way in terms of beliefs in your life, and what you need to reframe or renew your mind back to in order to have the confidence and esteem you need to have in your life. This is Tori Bryant, your transformation simplificator, simplifying the way that you see and respond to complicated times. Talk with you soon.